The reason why we created automation workflows in the previous video before sending our first email campaign is because on average, automated messages get better engagement than campaigns. And it's very important to try and get the highest possible open and click rate metrics within your first couple of weeks of sending, as it greatly affects the deliverability and inbox placement of all of your future promotional emails. And for that same reason, we're going to segment our audience now before sending our first campaign in the next video. It is typical for our customers to double or triple their open rates with proper segmentation and list cleaning compared to bulk sending, especially when working with large contact lists. To give you a quick start with this, we've pre-built some of the most essential segments for you. You can find them in the Suggestions tab and create them in your account with just one click. Let's start with the Active Email Subscribers segment, which you can immediately start using for your newsletters. The bottom half of the page is going to be populated with the contacts that match the selected rules, and the rules can be found near the top here. Every rule is, in other words, a filter, and in between each one of them, you are going to find an and or selection. This is going to determine whether contacts need to fulfill both rules or either one of them to appear in the segment. Knowing that, we can understand that this segment is of contacts whose email channel status is subscribed and who have either opened at least one email campaign within the last 90 days or opted into the email channel in the last 30. Let's go back to the suggestions and create another one, the Most Engaged Email Subscribers segment. As you can tell from the selected rules, this one is a bit more strict. It's going to have less contacts, but those contacts are going to be even more engaged with your messages. This is the segment that you want to use for your first couple of days of sending. And the last one that we're going to grab from the suggestions is the Inactive Email Subscribers segment. We're going to use it to keep our contact list clean and healthy going forward by opening it ideally once every 6 months and unsubscribing all of the contacts that we see here. This is going to protect our engagement metrics and save us money. Don't worry if you don't see any contacts here yet. Our segments update automatically and continuously. So even if you are starting from scratch with no contacts, it's still a great idea to create these essentials as they will fill up over time. Finally, let's go ahead and create a couple of our own segments from scratch for some powerful e-commerce-tailored targeting. The first rule that we want to start most of our segments with is email channel status is subscribed, just to be safe and to make sure that we don't run into any compliance issues. And the second rule that is going to open up a lot of targeting opportunities for us is placed order. For the first segment here, let's leave it at order date is in the last 30, 60, or 90 days, which is going to give us an audience of our recent buyers. It's self-explanatory that these customers are going to be highly engaged with our messages, so they will love to see recommendations of some more of our great products and will appreciate a discount for their next order. And for the second segment, let's change the filter from order date to either number of orders placed or total spent. The people who buy from you more than 3 or 4 times or spend more than a certain amount in your store are your most loyal customers, and you want to treat them accordingly. Sneak peeks into new upcoming releases, specialized discounts, and everything in between is what is going to make these contacts come back and buy again. Equipped with these 5 essential segments, we are now ready to send our first email campaign.